it's our understanding here at talkSPORT that Frank Lampard will be out of the job sometime today, and that he will part company with Chelsea. It's tough this, Danny, isn't it? Because as I said earlier on, this was his dream job. I mean, when he was at Derby, he was doing well. Mel Morris told us at the time, look, Chelsea are in, and we cannot stand in his way, because this is a job that Frank would love.
It is tough on him, but it's the way the club works. It's the way football works. The irony is, what was it, 2 months ago or 6 weeks ago, he was on a 16-game unbeaten run. People, I think they went and won 4-0 in Seville.
Yeah.
Everyone talking about the team evolving, how good they look. It's so quick in football, isn't it? The turnaround, the fall from grace, if you like. I mean, we've had the conversations about Solskjaer going, Arteta going. I mean, what's it going to be next? Klopp, if he loses to Tottenham on Thursday? I mean, it's ridiculous, really.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And Chelsea are known for it, so I don't think we should be too surprised. I think it's disappointing when a young English manager, for us, from our point of view anyway, gets given less time, because you want them to evolve and do well, don't we? So
of course, and
it's
Simon,
be
you've been in this position before.
Sure.
You've hired people. You've fired people. It's not a pleasant process, especially when someone is so strongly associated with a particular football club.
Well, it goes back to 18 months ago when I talked about Frank Lampard saying, be careful what you wish for, because taking a job of that nature at that stage in his career and his management experience was always a risk. I maintain the view that the project, I look at Chelsea's thinking, and they can do as they please. It's Roman Abramovich's money, and they've got a recipe for success. I don't feel any sympathy for Frank Lampard, because he's a big boy. He made a decision knowing the consequences of working for these kinds of people in that kind of environment. He'll get paid a lot of money and he'll move on. So there are far more deserving causes of sympathy. But in the football world, there'll be an element of sentiment about Frank Lampard because of his relationship with Chelsea.
Yeah.
But this doesn't make any sense, because what's the point of taking on an apprentice, knowing he's an apprentice because he can't be anything other than an apprentice, and then not really giving him the opportunity to be able to build the team that he wants. Now, of course, we're not privy to the eyes of what goes on behind the scenes. And if you look in someone's eyes and you don't believe fundamentally that they have the chops to be able to deliver a winning team in that environment, then it's incumbent upon you as the owner or the chief executive or the chairman of the football club to make a decision. It doesn't alter my parameters that Frank Lampard, when he's an experienced manager, has the ability to be a very good manager. But it's almost impossible to be a very good manager in Chelsea's environment, because they don't give you the opportunity to be so. And it's even more ludicrous if you bring in AVB, if you bring in Ancelotti, if you bring in Benitez, if you bring in Scolari, and you say these are guys that have had years and years of experience, they don't cut it in 18 months, then out the door. Yeah. But if you bring in somebody that you know from the outset is going to need to learn to do the job.
Yes.
What's the point of not giving him the time?
Well, that, Simon, is very much the view of many Chelsea fans getting in touch. No name in this one. If these reports are true, I feel embarrassed to be a Chelsea fan. Lampard was always going to be a long-term appointment. Thinking he would be an instant success without the experience that's required is an utter pipe dream. 08717 223344. Reports now abounding that Thomas Tuchel recently parted company with PSG, that he will be the man to take over. We understand that now is very much in the pipeline. Chris is a big Chelsea fan. Chris, good morning to you.
Morning, Jim. Morning.
What's your reaction to this, Chris?
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The fact that we gave Frank the job on the basis that he had no resume. We knew what he was. We knew he was still learning his trade. We backed him as well in the transfer window. We bought Havertz, we bought Werner, we bought Chilwell, we bought all these great players. They're not going to gel. Everyone knows that.
Right.
Klopp took over, 2015? He took over a mess at Liverpool. And now look at him. He won the league, last year?
Yes.
It was a project. It's a process. And
Okay.
Go to the shells.
Chris, thanks for the call. Terry, I'm going to squeeze you in just a couple of sentences. What's your reaction to this? Terry, good morning.
Hello, Jim. I'm not happy about it. We could finish mid-table this season. I wouldn't want to see Frank sacked. He's here for the long term. Thomas Tuchel, he got sacked by PSG, Mickey Mouse French League. I don't want to see Frank leave. And I think the fact there's no fans in the ground will make it easier for him. We loved Carlo Ancelotti. He got sacked the year after winning the double. Nothing surprises me.
Okay.